Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Bleeding Crypto's Market Update. Today is Friday, November 8th, 7:05 a.m. local time. I hope you're having a good day, morning, or afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. Let me start off by giving my disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. This is to be used for entertainment purposes only for your fantasy paper trading. All right, guys, this is going to be a few minute update. It won't be very long. I just want to update a little bit what we talked about. The last time we talked about a move like this, coming down into here, back testing this, and going up higher. Obviously, didn't happen in the timeline that I thought. It did come back here, but much later, about 8 hours later, and we did go up there, but that happened another 10, 12 hours later. But nonetheless, it did do that move. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove this now. I like to remove this stuff when we are live, so you don't think that I try to manipulate it. I'm not always going to be right on the timelines, but it's more of the direction. So moving forward, remember, all of these moves that I do are based on the data, based a lot of it on liquidations, on running stops, on looking left on the charts to give me a good idea of where things may happen. I'm not always going to be right, but more often than not, the market does like to go after those liquidation areas that allow me to have an okay record. Now, what's next? Again, based on the data, I don't have a crystal ball, and by looking left on what they've done before, I think this could be a possibility. All right? They run up here and they grab the liquidity that's in here. And it's not my liquidity. Look, it's right there on the chart. Right there on the chart. So based on that, what I believe is we may go up here, grab that. And what that does is that liquidity, look, it's running the stops from this high. So it runs the stops on the high, grabs that, then I'm thinking a retracement. However, I'm not thinking of a doom and gloom retracement. For me, I'm looking at 382. Why? Because we are in the up only phase with Bitcoin. Doesn't mean we can have deep retracements, but when we have them, they're not going to be subtle. They're going to be massive drops, like I've showed you many times before. When you look left and you go back to prior bull runs where we have those 40% drops, we're going to get one of those. Could we get it now? We could. I think we're going to go higher before we get those. But I do believe we are going to get those. But for right now, all I'm thinking is, because there's more liquidity up here, look, let me show you. Because there's still this liquidity cluster excuse me. Oh, no. Let me go here. Because there's this liquidity cluster right here, that's the only reason I think that they'll grab this, come here, retrace the 382, possibly, because I don't know. That's why I have question marks here. They might run down to 0.50, which lines up to these two massive 100x contracts, 351 and 342. They come take this out. Then they run the liquidity up here. Once they run all that liquidation, they grab all that. Then we see a larger drop. Basically, this will flush out those stops, bring this down, flush out some of the 26.12 of accumulative contracts, flush some of that out, then run after all the liquidations here, get everyone to long again, come back down, flush all those longs once more, get everyone bearish again, and rinse and repeat. Because the market will range for a good majority of the time. A good 70% of the time, the market is ranging. And then we have the impulse to the next phase, which in my opinion, once we do something like that, we'll go to 100,000. And then we're going to play this game again. Why do I think that? Well, because if we turn everything off, we hide everything, and we simply look at what the market likes to do, pretty much the same thing. It'll go down, it'll go up into a range, come right back down, do another move, flush out shorts, flush out longs, range again, flush out shorts, flush out longs, again and again, putting in double tops after double tops after double tops. So it makes sense to me for them to put a little double top here, grab those liquidations, come down here, 382, run up and get the rest of that cluster that I showed you guys at ends at around 83,000, have a nice decent correction, maybe come back and back test some of these the tops here. Look, I'm not even calling for something deep. Just come back to 74,000. Look, this is all I'm saying. Right here, look, put the cursor here. Come back after coming down, come back here, retest this as support, off to $100,000. That's my theory. Now that's getting ahead of myself, but that's kind of just my macro projection. But for right now, we'll take it one step at a time, and let's see if we get this to play out. We can get this to play out. So let's see if we can at least run that. We may not even run that, and we may drop first, and on the way to grab this, then we grab that 77,000 liquidation. That's another possibility. Again, guys, these are all theses for a probability so that we can be prepared. So that if it does come down, we're not thinking doom and gloom. And if it does go up, we're not thinking moon boy. We're understanding, okay, well, they're going up probably to knock out that liquidation. Can they continue to go up higher? Yeah, they can. But if they grab that and it stops, you will remember the video and say, oh, they grabbed that. Okay, maybe now they're going to come down to a 382, put a higher low, and then go up and put a higher high. Now let's do this. Let's run some harmonic patterns. That I didn't do. I'm curious. It may not work out, but often these harmonic patterns are pretty powerful. Let me see here. If they do that, again, I don't. This is all just speculation. If they do that, and they do come down to 0.382, you know what? I'm not even gonna talk about it because you're gonna think that I rehearsed it. I'm not even fucking bother with it. All right, guys. Everyone have a really good day. This is fucking nuts. I'll update you guys on Monday. We'll see how we go. I may update you tomorrow. I'm closing out my copy trade room. So if you guys are in, great. If you guys are not in, you were warned. I am going to be closing out real soon. We're going to be going live very soon as well. So if you want to get on board, you better send me a DM, and so I can send you all the links that you need to set up your account and become a member. So let me know. Send me a DM, please. Do not click on any links from the comments. Those are all scammers. All right. So just send me a DM. I'll talk to you guys later.